What's going on, Pisces? Welcome to your weekly forecast for the week of January 11th through the 17th of 2021. 2021, what a year it's been. Just got started. Well, let's see what's going on this week for you. It's a pretty gnarly week in the astrology. Lots going to happen. A lot of unpredictability is in the air. We're going to have Tuesday, a big new moon with Pluto at 23 degrees of Capricorn. So that's a major new moon, I would say, as we go into this next month, this next lunar cycle. And for you, it's definitely in the 11th house of, breaking out, doing something different, connecting to the people that are going to take you into the future you want to go into. There could be a major transformation of groups in your life, just trying to show you how to do things differently. I think that's what, is going on with Pisces, is like, what can you do differently that is going to open you up to something, new and exciting. I think there's an exciting new roller coaster, and do you want to be on the transformation that gets on that one? Or do you want to kind of keep yourself back in a place that, might not be exciting or fun? So how are you going to use this to your benefit, and how are you going to, go forward? I think there's something amazing. It just has to look a little different this week. You don't want it, if you're expecting the same old, you're probably not going to get it. Venus in the 11th house is going to trine over to Mars early in the week and last weekend, of course, and then it's going to trine over to Uranus. So I think there's a lot of the mind here, a lot of objectivity, a lot of looking at things differently. I think you need to look at all sides of things multiply. Like, we're not talking like two sides, we're talking like 10 different sides here. There are so many different sides to the beauty of the life and to the connections that you can have, and you want to find the excitement. You want to find what's taking you into the innovative future, especially with relationships. I don't think you want to go into something stale and not exciting. Like, stimulation is key here. And I think that if there's an electricity, you'll know it. And if there's not, when it comes to relationships, you will know it too. And you kind of want to take action and not sleep on it. I think it's very beautiful, though. I think that when it comes to groups, when it comes to relationships, you're in a very good place to really like explore new fronts, and to go into energy that's exciting. And I think that that's amazing, especially in your environment. With Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury, the moon, they're all, squaring over to that Mars and Uranus in your third house. So this is it is a shaken up week mentally. And I think there's so much like unseen or uncertainty, or just the best thing to do is, if you get overwhelmed or stressed out, or feel like you're completely blocked from what you want to go after, you need to just kind of take a minute to meditate this week, to come back to yourself, to center yourself. I think that the more you can connect spiritually, the better. If you're feeling taken out, if you're feeling like you're just out of your element, but it's also trying to show you something, I think, in new ways. So you might get a lot of insight through spiritual practice that will actually make your mind not be all over the place, will actually like center your mind a little bit more, because this is a lot. There's a lot, especially with Mercury, Saturn, Jupiter, the moon this week in your 12th. It's a lot. And squares to Uranus, your mind can be all over the place, and you might not know why. It could be a lot of strange energy coming in that you're going to have to, center and tap into to understand. But it's trying to definitely accelerate you towards something better, something beautiful. It's just something different too, and you don't want to, I think that you're in this precipice right now, and there's this new exciting but dark and infinite world in front of you that's kind of scary at first, and then behind you is like the known. And you don't want to go back into that known world, and you don't want to go back and forth from side to side on that precipice. I think you just need to plunge into the unknown, the exciting, and that'll be stimulating and really help you in this time. We do have Chiron in Aries is going to be squaring that Venus. So I think if relationships aren't showing literally the ultimate value and a beautiful future that you want to go into, it's not worth fixing. That's kind of what this square to Chiron's bringing up. Like, you can't just fix old wounds all the time. Sometimes they're too deep, and sometimes they take too much value away from the overall relationship. And I think that you need to be looking for the level up, looking for the excitement, and what's the ultimate connection is. And You're going to know it this week. Jupiter's also sextile that Chiron. So I think that there is beauty there for sure. If you have the hope and the the spiritual practices, I should say, in place to center yourself in your values, in your self-worth, I think that there's a lot of abundance that can come from that, and being able to envision what is beautiful and being able to envision what you can create on a physical scale is super important too. But the mind can block you from that if you don't come back and center yourself. And I think that's important this week, is to come back and center yourself so that you can create the values in your environment with the people that you want for the future. And I think that that's very important. Pisces, what did you get? The Four of Swords. Yeah, you know what? But to be honest, I think that the more you can kind of like rest a little bit this week and take some time to yourself, let the downloads come in. I think that's where, you might find a lot of solace. But in a sense, if you're just like still charging forward, it could be difficult. I think there is a beautiful future. I think you want to connect to the right people, but sometimes you just have to retreat and come back to yourself for a second. Let the downloads come in. This card always reminds me of like, come back and let the downloads in. If your mind's going 1,000,000 miles per hour, which it is with Uranus squaring Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, like it's going 1,000,000 miles an hour, and you have to calm that mind to see the visions of the future that will help you so much. So if you can this week, take a minute to yourself, give yourself that time, and I think that a lot of clarity will come through, and it'll revive you if you're feeling like really heavy. I love you very much, Pisces. I hope you have a great week, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.